Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, then happy Thursday. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so I just kind of wanted to make one of these videos for you guys. Now, this is another book video, and I went through this thing for maybe a couple of weeks where I would go to the library and I would just get books and then I really wouldn't read them and then I just took them back. I think it's because, like, I was checking out books like rechecking out the Nicholas Sparks books, and then I checked out like the Rue McClanahan book, which I was really not a fan of because I don't like biographies when they start from like when their great grandparents got together and stuff. It's like, I don't want to read a family tree, but I did learn some cool stuff about the Golden Girls. But, anyways, that's getting off subject. So, the first book that I wanted to talk about is The Carrie Diaries, and this is by Candace Bushnell. And if you don't know what this is a book about the character Carrie Bradshaw, and this is before she met Miranda, Samantha, and Charlotte. This is like when Carrie was in high school, and then you kind of get a better feeling of who she really was. So I'm like really excited to read this book, and I can't believe I haven't even started reading it yet. And then the second book that I got was the sequel to that, and this is called Summer in the City. And I think this is, again, I haven't read this one, but I think this is the one of where she comes to New York. I don't even know where she's from, anyways. But I know that she comes to New York. This is like the summer before she goes to Brown. I didn't even know she went to college. And this is where she meets, I think, Samantha and Miranda. So that's going to be really, really interesting to kind of see how everything plays out. And then my thing is that how did she meet Charlotte? So, um, so yeah, I'm excited to read that. And then the last book, I'm actually going to do a book review on this, is A Stolen Life by J.C. Dugard. If you don't know who J.C. Dugard is, she is an amazing, amazing person. She was a girl who was 11 years old and was on her way to go to the bus stop, and she was at the bus stop and she got kidnapped. And it basically just talks about how she survived this whole I mean the whole tragedy because she was a prisoner for 18 years and then she got molested numerous times. She had two kids. She had a first child when she was 14. She never went outside for like years, and she had her second child when she was 17. And so I really, really like this book. I recommend this book. I haven't finished reading it yet. I haven't really been reading a lot lately, but I do want to read it. Now, the only thing I do not, it is kind of graphic. So if you're under the age of like, you're like a young person, like 12 years old, I really would not recommend this book because it does get some very graphic sexual details. But the only thing I do not like about this book is like at the end of every chapter, she gives like a reflection, and I'm like, necessarily does this really need to be about, do we need to have this at the end of every chapter? But and then there's a part in here that I'm at right now that it's just kind of, I really love this book, but then at the same time, it's like there's parts in here that I wish that, wasn't in here, like her journal. It's like, I'd rather her kind of tell the story about everything. But my question is like, why didn't she try to escape? You know, um, I would have tried to escape. I would have found a way to escape. But I guess kind of like when you're in the back, when you're in like a backyard like house with a lock and you're in handcuffs, I guess there is like no way to escape. But I think it's really great that she survived that. So I highly recommend this book. If you get a chance, you should definitely, definitely, definitely check this book out. So these are the three books that I'm currently reading or getting ready to read. I'm also wanting to read Jermaine Jackson's book about his book that he wrote about his brother Michael, and then the Shopaholic series, which I think it was so cute to read because I'm just like, I don't know what to read, and Um, so that is pretty much my video. If you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to let me know, and have a good evening. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.